Like she managed to escape. We don't know her current whereabouts, but I have our operations team looking into it.
That's fine. Overall, excellent news, Lieutenant. I have to admit, for the first time in 7 years, I don't know what to say. How about you? I know that was difficult.
Say thank you. That's all I need. I'm completely exhausted. Yeah, after that space fight, yeah, I'm done.
I can understand that. The dual life you are leading must have been incredibly stressful.
Honestly, I have no idea how you kept it all together.
Well, let me let you in on a bit of a surprise. Something I've been working on for a while. I've twisted arms and cashed in some favors at Mask.
Ooh.
I wanted to make sure you got a share of the money you recovered.
Ooh.
Call it a reward, a token of appreciation. Whatever the hell you want.
You get 0.1%.
Every credit.
We appreciate it, but if we did it for the credits, we probably wouldn't be talking right now.
True. That is very true. Alright, I'm just doing my duty. I'm doing my part.
Bah, the hell with that. Enjoy the reward for once. You deserve it.
Hell yeah. I wonder how much credits I've get.
Sure you didn't hit your head during the battle?
Decorum, Lieutenant? Damn, I'm going to be really sorry to see you go.
I'm working for the Vanguard.
Part of our team. It won't be the same around here without you.
Although, if you feel like staying aboard, I'm sure I could give you access to the SysDef mission board.
Ooh.
That is, if you can stand spending another minute with us on the Vigilance.
It would be an honor to continue working with both of you.
Excellent. I'm happy we haven't somehow frightened you away. Anyway, enough talk. You've earned a break, and I'm sure you wish to celebrate. Here's your promised reward. And wherever you might find yourself, my best wishes travel with you.
It's weird that his commendations are black and white. It's interesting. Yeah! Only 4% of people have done that. Cool. Well, back to it. How many creds did I get? I didn't even see it. I guess a good amount, like 20-something thousand creds, which is not bad. But at the same time, I was expecting more. But it is like, what, a very small percentage of the actual, like, legacy money. A very small percentage, as I'm thinking, as I was joking about 0.1% of the things, and I probably actually got 0.1% of the legacy money. But yeah, that mission's over. No more spoiler alerts.
You did the UC and SysDef proud.
Yeah, baby.
Captain,
Down with the pirate scum.
require my-
Yeah, I'm thinking if I do another playthrough of this one day, like a specialized playthrough, like if they introduce survival difficulty or something like that, I'll probably go pirate my second playthrough. I'll be pirate and I'll be ruthless too. I'm gonna be complete opposite of this playthrough. Because here's the thing, for you guys that have been watching this playthrough, you have noticed that I've been pretty much lawfully good. I haven't done anything maliciously stupid or, being a murderous asshole, and I haven't stolen a thing on purpose, and I've just been lawfully good as much as I can. So even during the whole double agent stuff, I've chosen things to pretty much, they should have saw the telltale signs that, oh, this guy's too good to be a fucking pirate, and yet they never saw through it. It's like they think of it as betrayal, but I didn't betray anyone. I was 100% faithful to the SysDef. So they can go fuck themselves with their whole high and mighty pirate bullshit. But yeah, let's continue the next part of our next chapter of our endeavors. That is Vanguard. Yeah. going from one faction thing to another faction thing. This time we're actually doing a faction. Because SysDef is like a branch of UC. And Vanguard, I guess Vanguard's a branch of UC too. But you didn't really join SysDef. So it's kind of hard to say that was a faction thing. So, since you were never really a part of them, you're just kind of like this freelance agent. Forced into it, but hey. They never said sorry about dragging you into it. It's like, oh, thanks. I was just dragged into all this shit, right? I had a choice, but at the same time, I didn't want to pay the fine during that time. I could have just joined the pirates. My life would have been easier. I chose the hard way, I guess. Yeah, that was a lot of weight off my shoulders. I hate leaving things unfinished, and Wednesday was pretty stressful. It was like, fuck, I have this mission that I cannot get through, all because of that space battle combat stuff. Did it level up? No, wait. Nah, not even close.
Ever been to Aquila? Low security uniform.
Ever been on that dick? Yep, going to hell. P2. Who's this? Adrian. Oh, wait. Oh,
My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
you're old.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private.
She was the girl we saved.
Use the back.
Are you guys... Nah, you guys aren't related. You don't share any name or similarities, at least. They don't seem to be family.
I was in a glacial cave surrounded by creepy red eyes, kind of like this. But it turns out they were just glowing bug butts.
That was really random, Barrett.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble. That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective?
Nah.
And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions.
Mm-hmm.
One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us.
Okay. You got that United Colonies perk.
It can be a daunting experience. Which is why I wanted to make sure, before you agreed to anything, we gave you the whole truth.
Nothing but the
Percival
truth.
and we're not just researchers. We were
Gene
military
splicer.
scientists. Ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
Have you heard of a rumor about a Doomslayer?
Oh. Well, that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
Yeah, by the way, it's still early in the morning, so I'm like waking up still. So I did that insane mission, and I'm trying to wake up.
All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
Oakley dokley, artichokely. Oh my god. Thanks for the creds. It's about as much as the freaking sysdef gave me.
Time I start working on some projects.
Try and save up more money for the C-class ship soon. I could try and find a C-class ship. Because I can always pirate a C-class ship from like a pirate. So I think later on in the game I'll probably do that. If I can take it out, that's the thing. It's gonna be another tier of ship. And it's kind of hard to figure out what's the C-class ship until you are on board and you're looking at the stats. Unless there's a way to look. I don't know if anyone knows. I don't know if you can tell what class of ship it is until you're on it. So right now the highest class ship I have is my B class right here. The Black Hawk. It's black, but it has other colors, purple and red.
So, our first sun.
Yeah.
How many star systems I visit? Soul always feels like home.
Yepers. Because it is home. Earth will always be our home.
Fast and get out of here.
That's where we originate. Oh, you know what? Something's not right. I need to get my homegirl back on my thing, because I don't think we're quite done with her companion stuff.
Happy to listen. A lot on your mind? Always. Point the way and we'll be off.
Yeah.
Sarah, good to see you again, my dear friend. I expect to hear some exciting tales when you two return.
I'll try, but I doubt any of them will compare to the spectacular tales that we hear you spin.
You're gonna be on the same ship. That's awkward exchange. It's like, you're gonna be on the adventure too. You're just gonna stay on the ship. I have a feeling most of this Vanguard stuff is gonna be in space, kinda, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I learned a trick on how to level up a large amount of your piloting skills. So when you actually join the Vanguard, it unlocks the pilot simulator and kills and everything like that, taking damage, doing damage and everything with certain things in the simulator counts towards counts towards progression. So that's nice. So if you're looking for a quick way to level up your piloting skills, join the Vanguard and do the pilot simulator stuff whenever you need to. And it'll count for it, because instead of randomly getting attacked or just getting into fights with this random people and all that, if you're a pirate and all that, it seems like it's the quickest way to, like, you know, to level up your perks and get those common, you know, the certifications. So that's what you would like to do. I think after we're done with the Vanguard, though, we'll probably do some more secondary stuff that's not, like, lower than faction stuff. So you have your main quest, you have your faction quest, then you have, like, certain, like, primary, secondary quest, and then you have secondary quest and stuff like that, and missions. We're gonna try and do those secondary and missions. So I've done a couple of the mission stuff that you can do off stream. That's kind of how I got to level 40. I was just doing bounty stuff, and you know, they're pretty much repeatable, so it's not like anyone missed out on anything. Just, you know, random ass combat. Oh, and I can confirm, I don't know if Zombie's here, but I can confirm that there are repeatable prefabs when it comes to that stuff. So, like, base layouts and mines and all that, you can see a repeat, and that's it's kind of a shame. I was like, damn it. Yeah, it's typical Bethesda though, man. They have the, like, pre-structured prefabs. Well, that's why they call them prefabs. So there's that. So yeah, there's gonna be some rinse and repeat shit that you'll see, like, visually, and that's gonna be in Starfield, and I have a feeling it's gonna be a big complaint next to the whole traveling and exploration. I think the biggest problem with Starfield, which is sad because it should be the main thing, is exploration, and that's the problem. Everything's just so... Oh, she has something for me.
If you need something, I've got your back. Oh, yes, of course. I almost forgot.
Well, it sounds like she's always disappointed to give me something. It's like, don't be...
Take care of yourself.
Darling. Yeah, she's going to be the love interest in the playthrough, Sarah. Who knew you can date the handler from
Captain!
Hitman.
Over here.
So I haven't confirmed it's the same voice actress, but I think it is.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it.
Get your asses up here!
Listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance.
A lot of black tape.
The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone.
Oh!
Of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War.
That...
Former head of the UC Navy.
Damn.
They called him Ve Victus. Woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin. A title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
So, Starfield has confirmed they have cloning in their universe. That is wild. We're slowly encroaching the Star Wars franchise.
I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war.
Well, that's not good.
The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
And sins of the father, am I right?
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast.
How's it?
Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time.
How's it like being
No
a?
telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
How's it like being a clone? I would like to ask that. What's the risk of us accessing this data?
Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed.
You.
The Terramorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files.
True.
That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise.
Yeah, the hard part is persuading them to do that, which means quick save. Any suggestions of what I should say to the cabinet?
Well, thinking about it more, I suspect there'd be value in sharing the fact that the Terramorph project was, well, a failure. There's no need to be afraid of this data being weaponized. Knowing that should calm some of the cabinet's fears and make it easier for us to dispel any suspicions the other factions might have about our intentions.
Well, from what I can do, connecting the dots and everything like that, someone's using the xenomorphs as weapons. And it's not good. We need to figure out who the fuck is it. Is it House Verdun or whatever their fucking name is? They could be the ones using it.
I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being Fleet Admiral to deal with kids. I was raised by a pair of guardians instead. Until his defeat during the Colony War, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. Savvy, perceptive. That mind opened a lot of doors for him. And for me, too. But Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Ruthless to a fault. In the end, that's what cost him his life.
Yeah, being a ruthless leader is not the best way to go. Usually that ends up with them dying. Your eyes, they're red. I thought they were light brown.
That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars.
Oh.
The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything.
No way.
The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift.
It's kind of like if anyone lives in New York, especially upstate New York, if you wash your hair, especially if you have blonde hair, for instance, your hair turns red because of the mineral deposits that are in the water. It's kind of like that. I didn't know. Is that scientifically sound that your eye color can change, though? That's a little weird.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue.
Yeah, the reason why I know about the New York thing is because Laura grew up in upstate New York, so... anytime she said she took a shower and all that, it would change her hair color. So it was like a weirdly natural dye for your hair. It's like it wasn't bad for her hair or anything like that. It's just because of the mineral deposits in the water. It's either bad plumbing or they just never could filter that all the way, which is saying something. especially in New York. I think Arizona's like that too. Arizona's water is very high in minerals, like iron. Iron, for instance. Iron's the one that gives you the red hair. Oh, this is a congressional meeting. Shit. Okay, 1 second. I need to do a quick save. This could turn bad.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Donka.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have 2 petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
I have a feeling I'm gonna have to persuade the shit out of her. But we'll keep it along as we go.
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on
Is he a Varun guy?
less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon.
Oh, he might be the free
They've been
dudes.
happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Weapons. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this Terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Yes, it seems like can I just say, like, it seems like someone's using the Terramorphs. That's what I would like to say, but I don't know.
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Yes. There's a chance of what happened to Tau Ceti, and we should not repeat that.
I'm uncomfortable opening
she'd
the
like
archives
to-
without gathering more information. However, if that's the path forward you prefer, then so be it.
Sorry you dislike that.
As am I.
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point, doesn't it? Very well. I consent. The galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in
So
agreement.
no persuasion checks?
So if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to...
That was an explosion.
What was that?
There's something I'd like to discuss.
1 second.
Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
On
More attacks.
shit.
Just as predicted.
There must be another